Hi world, this is the basics of English grammar, and last day in my previous video I talked about the use of nouns, and you can see here this is Gemini Bard, where I ask a question like, can you elaborate more about nouns, and it had produced, and I discussed about nouns. Today we are going to learn pronouns, and the teacher's name is Gemini Bard, of course, because Gemini Bard is the artificially intelligent large language model through which you can learn anything, not only English grammar or writing English stories that I had shown you before in my previous videos. In other playlist you will find that, so please keep watching. And today we will discuss pronouns. Now first of all, what are pronouns? Now pronouns are eloquently put, pronouns are also called for nouns. That means the substitutes of nouns, right? So pronouns are words that take the place of nouns. They help us avoid repetition and make our sentences more concise, more interesting. Because what happens, I would like to show you one thing so that you will understand. Suppose John went to school yesterday, and John met his friend Jason over there, and Jason told John an interesting story. Okay, now look at this sentence. Okay, here John is obviously the proper noun, as we discussed in our previous video, and school is another noun. Jason is another proper noun, and John went to school yesterday, and John met his friend Jason over there, and Jason told John an interesting story. Now look, the repetition of these nouns, okay, the repetition of such repetitive nouns make this sentence rather clumsy, not limpid, not concise, not clear, not even interesting. And you know, any kind of repetition makes us bored, makes us what to say, it makes everything very uninteresting and boring, any kind of repetition. Therefore we need to replace John with something else. Like, now if we don't repeat John, we can start the sentence with John, it's okay, because John is the subject here, and met his friend Jason, that means Jason is the object here, it's okay. But here subject and object both are nouns, that is okay, that part is okay. But and John again the subject, if I just replaced it with he and met his friend, that is also pronoun. I unconsciously used a pronoun. It should have been John's, so that it would be more uninteresting. Anyway, so he met his friend Jason over there, and Jason told John, why John, I can use him instead, and Jason told him an interesting story, because the sentence begins with John, and the sentence proceeds with something that with which John is involved. Therefore we can safely use now here another thing, we can here also used, instead of Jason we can also hear he, but there would be a confusion. Because why there would be a confusion? Because if we used he instead of Jason, it could be like John told him, that means John went to school yesterday and he met his friend Jason over there, and he, in that case this he refers to John. Okay, and the meaning of this sentence has completely been changed. So that's a very critical point, and you need to be very careful about using pronouns, because if you want Jason to tell story to John, or you want John to tell story Jason, that is vice versa, and which kind of noun you are going to use depends on the usage of pronouns. That is why I want Jason to tell John the story, so I used Jason twice over there in this sentence. Now that is the purpose of pronoun. Okay, the purpose of pronoun is nothing but it will substitute the nouns and make the sentence more concise, clear, good looking, meaningful, and moreover, above all, interesting. Okay, so there are a lot of different types of personal pronouns. First of all, subject pronouns you can see here. I used he, here, he, and if it was not Jason, if it was Mary, then it would be she, or if it was Mary, it would be she, like this. Okay, so we can use this kind of things. Subject pronouns. Object pronouns mean him, because I used here him. Jason told him. Okay, and another is possessive pronouns, that is his or hers, that means his friend, because Jason is John's friend, therefore it's a possessive pronoun, right? So there are different types of pronouns and we can use it accordingly as our sentence moves forward. So there are also demonstrative pronouns like these, that, this, those. If I want to just keep going on with this sentence, then if I write like this story is really mind-boggling. Okay, so this, okay, that is demonstrative, because I am now talking about the story. I can use a paragraph here, and what I had done, I just took over the grip of the sentence from John to the story. Now I am telling something about the story. Okay, so that is the way you need to use these nouns, pronouns, etc. So this is here demonstrative pronouns, because now it demonstrates something about the story, not about John or Jason, right? So we are involving ourselves with the story now, and the subjective pronouns like he or his, or object pronouns like his, etc., him, etc., or possessive pronouns like his. We have changed our guard and we are using different types of pronouns, right? And there are also interrogative pronouns like who, whom, whose, what, which, etc. And there are indefinite pronouns. These refer to non-specific people, places, or things, like some or any, all, etc. There is a list, of course, and the best thing in my view is that I will give this total output in my description, so that you will get the whole thing there. You can also read from there also. Reflexive pronouns, this refer back to the subject of the sentence, that means myself, yourself, himself, herself. That means this story is really mind-boggling, because Jason told about himself. Okay, so told not me, but told John, or told him about himself. Okay, so this himself is what? Himself is intensive pronouns. That means this emphasizes the noun or pronouns they refer to, because the story is really mind-boggling, and because Jason told him about himself. So that is intensive. Okay, intensive pronouns. It refers to Jason's story, Jason's life, right? Now if we come to the second part of this pronouns study. Pronouns, how we can use pronouns in sentence. We have already seen how we can use pronouns. We can use it as a subject of a verb or a object of a verb or object of a preposition, because I talked to him or Jason talked to him, Jason told him a story. And possessive determiner, that means his friend, okay, his friend. These are, I have used everything here. In fact, I have used everything is here. So I will also give this example in my description so that you can read over there. Remember one thing, that using pronouns correctly can make your writing more efficient and engaging, more interesting, above all interesting. Okay, so that is it for today from me, and in the next video I will discuss verb, okay, or adjective, I think. Okay, no, verbs. Okay, so next day I will discuss verbs, then comes adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, etc., other parts of which, etc. Then we will come to sentence structure, and our English basics English grammar will move forward with the help of course, with the help of Gemini Bard, and Gemini Bard will teach us everything about English grammar. So keep watching. Yeah, you all. See you in the next video. Till then, stay safe and take care.